All right, sails up.
Sails up.
Sails up. Here we go. All right, bring her up into the wind. Sails are set. 9 knots. 135-degree apparent wind angle. Blowing 25 knots out here. But since we're going downwind, that's pretty good. All right, bring us to starboard. Oh. Pole's broken. Just snapped. All right, here we are on board Meraviglia after the world's shortest Pacific crossing. They say bad things happen in threes, and we had 3 things break yesterday when we tried to leave, all within the first 2 hours. So the good news is we were still close enough we could just turn around and come back, which is what we did. So 3 things that broke. 1, our spinnaker pole, our whisker pole, it bent right in the middle. So that we have to fix because we cannot go across the Pacific downwind without a pole. 2, the boom vang, which just fixed, broke again in the same way. Got to figure out a solution for that. 3rd, the engine was running hot. And we had an issue with that where we had a bad impeller, and I replaced the impeller, and we were expecting good things, but the engine is still running a little bit hot, and so we are going to try to investigate that. So step 1 is check the impeller that I just put in. So that's what we're going to do right now. I've got the engine cover off, and I've removed the cover over the impeller, and you can see the impeller right there, and it looks actually like it's in perfect condition. You would see cracking of the vanes, the fins, if there was a problem, and there is no cracking. So I don't think our overheating problem is due to the impeller. So the search continues. let's see what else we can find. I think we found the source of our engine running warm problem. This is the raw water intake for our engine, which does the cooling. That's with the through hull closed. That's with the through hull open. There's hardly any flow. So we got to clean that out. So let's see what we can do. And now we have the issue of this, which is the boom vang. Boom vang holds the boom down to the base of the mast, and it let go because the pad eye that was supporting it ripped out of the bottom of the boom, and you can see the holes right there. And that is the second time that it's failed. So we are going to try to engineer a different solution, and what we're going to do is this pad eye that was on the bottom, we're going to move to the top. And the theory is that with this on the top, although there are still going to be some shear forces pulling it forward, the forces aren't going to be pulling it down away from the boom, they're going to be pulling it down onto the boom. So we're going to hope that's going to hold up better. But we shall see. So here we go. The boom, where the ripped out holes were, because all the force of the boom vang was here pulling this way, and a lot of shear force, but also pulling the pad eye that was down here away from the boom. So now what we've got is we've got this forged pad eye with 5/16 inch screws screwed into the top of the boom, and then this Dyneema comes down around on both sides, connects to this piece, which goes to the first block. And I have to keep an eye on this for chafe, but I'm hoping that the physics here are going to work more in my favor. This obviously still has some shear force on it pulling it forward, but I'm hoping that most of the force pulling it down will keep it in place and it will not pull free. This is iteration 3 of the boom vang, and hopefully this is the one that'll work, and if not, then we'll revisit the engineering. But I think so far it's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Whisker pole. It's not supposed to look like this. So step number 1 is cut the bad section out. Step number 2 is get it someplace where it can be repaired and welded. So that's what we're going to do. For us, let me show you what has happened with our poles. So what we did was cut out the bent section, which was right here, and then what the welder did was take the 2 straight sections on either side of that bent section that we cut out, and he welded them back together, which you can see here. Then, to prevent this from happening again, he has welded 4 pieces of bar stock on as strong backs all along the smaller diameter section of pole. It's significantly heavier than it was, but it should not break. Now, what he did not do is weld down here, right near the join. Excuse the clothes, it's laundry day. Because you got too close to the plastic parts that might have melted. So what we're going to do, what I've done, is I bought a section of bar stock from him, and I'm going to fit these in here and tap or drill and tap holes, and then machine screw 4 pieces of bar stock here to complete the reinforcement, and we should be set. So let's get it done. All right, so quickly, this is the finished product. Drilled, tapped the holes, countersunk the holes for the bar stock, and we've got 4 on there, all the way to where it meets the thicker section of pole, and we should be good to go. Now we just need a weather now.